We have seen how the availability of a personal teacher in any field makes such a huge difference. In the Indian culture, we have always used the word Guru. Guru is literally your spiritual teacher who helps dispel the darkness of ignorance and bring you into the light of knowledge. Our Vedic scriptures tell us that in your search for a guru, try and look for these two symptoms. What is that? In the endeavor for professional growth or spiritual growth, it is not merely hard work that matters, but smart work based on good knowledge. And that is where the role of a mentor or a personal teacher becomes invaluable. By virtue of their personal vast fund of experience, they are able to point their mentee to important matters and help them avoid costly mistakes. The Gallup organization did a study of Fortune 500 organizations and discovered that 71% of them worldwide have mentorship programs for their employees, discovering them to be so valuable. And further, when the mentees were surveyed, 91% of them said that the experience motivated them to bring out their very best, while 84% said that through mentorship, they were able to avoid many personal mistakes. These mentors also serve as role models. Role models are always extremely inspiring. The army knows the value of them, and that is why they have role models whose heroic tales are shared amongst the military. Whenever I travel through Indian airports, I find so often they have Employee of the Month's picture there, because that employee serves as a role model to inspire the others. These mentors are also disciplinarians. Saint Kabir says, Guru Kumhar Shish Kumbh hai, Gadhi Gadhi Kaad hai Khot, Bhitar Haath Sawar de, Bahar Mare Chot. The Guru is like the potter. Externally he is beating, internally he is providing the support. Mentors also help their mentees set measurable goals. When mentees become discouraged in the process of self-growth, mentors are there to provide constant encouragement. Look, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Now is the time to persevere. The role of a personal guide has been valued in cultures around the world. The Japanese use the word sensei for the teacher of martial arts. It literally means one who went before. The French have the word tutor, which means personal teacher. The Italians use the word maestro for a teacher of music. The Greeks had the word mentor. Many people believe it referred to the teacher of Homer. The British used the word guide for someone who knew the terrain and could help you get from one place to the other. The Tibetans have the word Lama for teacher of Dharma. In modern times in America, coach has become famous. Coach is also a horse-drawn chariot that helps you to move from one place to the other. So does your personal coach in your life. In the Indian culture, we have always used the word guru. So the guru is literally your spiritual teacher who helps dispel the darkness of ignorance and bring you into the light of knowledge. Let me read about this to you from my latest book, Spiritual Secrets from Hinduism. To acquire material knowledge, we read textbooks and go to teachers who explain their meaning to us. Spiritual knowledge must also be acquired in a similar manner through books and teachers. The Vedic scriptures are not amenable to self-study, for they are incredibly intricate and complex. The Mahabharata states, Shrutir vibhinna smritayo vibhinna naiko muniryasya vacha pramanam. The scriptures are so many, shrutis and smritis, each expounding on different principles. Even great scholars get baffled on reading them. Hence, all these holy books advise that they must be studied under the tutelage of a guru. The Chandogya Upanishad states, Acharyavan Purusho hi Veda. Only through a guru can you understand the Vedas. We have seen how the availability of a personal teacher in any field makes such a huge difference. So, what are the qualities we must look for in mentors? Well, first of all, the mentor should have expert knowledge. That is why you go to them. Otherwise, the knowledge is there in the books, but you wish to access their vast fund of experiential wisdom. Secondly, you'd like to see that the mentor cares for you. In the state of California and USA, there are 1 million registered realtors, property agents. Do you think they all succeed? Very few do. And what is the specialty of those who do? One thing. That realtor who cares for the seller and the buyer. Both can perceive this guy is here to help me. The realtor is not trying to squeeze out profits, but sees the seller has a problem, wishes to dispose of a property at the best possible, and the buyer has a problem, wishes to get a property that is suitable for their needs. I am here to solve the problems of both. You know, in training salespeople, there are so many theories that are taught. But I tell you, the one thing that makes the difference is the salesperson who has the same attitude of being a problem solver. Does this fit your needs? Will it solve your problems? So the buyers can immediately perceive the selflessness of the agent. Likewise, the mentee can perceive, is this guy in it for their own sake or because they wish to help me? So, the one quality you'd like to see in the teacher is, does this teacher care for me? And for that, the third thing becomes important. The teacher should be available. Now, in the professional realm, if an entry-level employee says, I will make my CEO as my mentor, you will never have an opportunity to meet your CEO except once in 5 years. The purpose of personal guidance will not be served. So the mentor must be available to personally coach, to dispel doubts, to encourage, to shower love and affection, and so on. Besides that, the mentor should be a role model. Now, the role models are extremely inspiring, as we have discussed. Our Vedic scriptures tell us that in your search for a guru, try and look for these 2 symptoms. What is that? Tad vijnanartham sadgurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtham. Find a guru who is shrotriya, brahmanisht. These 2 words are very important. Shrotriya means what? A knower of the scriptures. Somebody who's well versed with the theoretical knowledge. And the second is brahmanisht, one who has practically realized that knowledge and is situated on the platform of realization. Consider this example. One traveler reached a riverside. He saw that the river had a strong turbulent flow and wondered how he would go across. A group of people was sitting there. He asked them, "Sirs, can you please help me? How can I go across?" There was a lame man. He said, "Not a problem. Take a walking stick and just go through." This guy thought, he is lame. He has never crossed it himself and he's telling me. Then a blind man spoke up and he said, "It is so easy. You just walk 50 feet up and from there you'll be able to go through." Again, he thought, this guy is blind and cannot see for himself and he is guiding me. The third man now spoke up. He said, "Sir, I live in a village on the other side of the river. Every morning I cross over to this side and in the evening I return. You will need to go full 100 yards downstream. There, the river becomes broader and more shallow and the water will just be waist deep. You'll be able to cross over." He said, "This seems like credible knowledge." Likewise, the Vedas tell us, in your search for a guru, try and look for someone who has the theoretical knowledge of the scriptures and has also walked this path and realized it through personal experience. When we find a guru, what must we do? We will discuss that and ultimately learn Bhakti from the Guru as well.
Doesn't care
for your wealth,
for your intelligence,
for your status.
God doesn't care
for your education,
for your austerities,
for your mantras.
God doesn't care
for your success,
for your physical strength,
for your rituals,
for your ability.
God is hungry
God is hungry for love.
for love.
Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe, Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe.
Get closer to God.
Get closer to God.
कृष्ण की तृष्णा न जाए दूरे जाए राधे कृष्ण होए मूर्छित देखी छवि